Hello. I am audible. Is everything okay? Do you hear me? Great. We will wait a bit for the latecomers. Great. So I'm really happy to be here with you guys today after 1 year of silence, 1 year of absence. I think my last AMA session was actually in last December of last year. Before starting, I was thinking about the agenda of this session. As you know, we have had a lot of good and bad news recently. I will try to keep it short. I think this session will last longer than the other ones. I think we'll have 1 hour, and the team will, I hope, sum up actually this video for the ones who couldn't join us. So here's the schedule. First, I will introduce myself for the newcomers. We'll talk about, of course, Peculium, the latest news, the Bitmart hack, and its impact on us. The action that we have taken as a result of this hack, actually in the swap in particular, and we will end up actually with some surprises for you because of the 4-year anniversary. So who am I? So first of all, thanks for the marketing team for this old picture. I think it was 4 years back. I was thin and slim actually on this picture. And as you have noticed, I'm a little bit fatter today, and I hope I'm more mature also. So my philosophy, I am a person who is motivated by strategic innovation challenges. I am curious by emerging new technologies, and I believe that big successes and big transformations are the results of the growth of consistent and coherent ideas that are shared within a unified group by a collective identity with the same culture and the same target and vision. My background. So I'm an engineer in applied mathematics. Engineering school taught me how to think and all the related logical reasoning. I was also a student in Master in Finance. I was in a business school, and the business school taught me how to, interact with people, with humans, how to negotiate deals. Have also learned about how to build business plans and so on. But those, two schools actually haven't taught me how to build a business. I launched at my university years a startup in automotive industry, and it was like a big fail. And one of the reasons is that I couldn't federate people around me and around the project. It was my first experience actually back in my university studies, and I have learned a lot actually from this experience. So then I have actually decided to move to the consulting industry to be close to these entrepreneurs, but from the other side. So I supported innovative project for more than 7 years and managed a portfolio of high growth startup, especially a disruptive startup, and they specialized in fintech industry advisory and building new and disruptive business models. My experience has enabled me to talk on multiple stakeholders on C-levels, technical levels, and business levels. I love complicated things. I I am a person who is future focused and exclusively goal oriented, and I like to work under high pressure and tight deadlines. And I think the team actually recognized this in me. How I entered the crypto market? That's a good question. It was back in 2013. I discovered crypto thanks to Ethereum. Yes, not Bitcoin. So I read the white paper. I didn't get it at the first, but then after rereading too many times, I saw there is something different actually. This kind of TCP/IP protocol for this new economy. And today we have this change after 8 years now to witness this power of this layer one, with the emergence of DeFi as an experiment financial world. I'm really happy to be today as a crypto insider participating in this new revolution. My journey with Peculium, I met Rashid back in 2017. I was this consulting guy who was willing actually to sell his advisory services. I think it was like in December, and I can definitely say that it was a match. Actually, the meeting has lasted, during 3 hours. I remember we shared, a lot of thoughts, a lot of values. We share the same vision. And one of the things that I have noticed in Rashid, his, humility qualities. And humility is one of the key factor of successful entrepreneurs. And that's why actually I joined this adventure. So in the first years, I was, a consulting guy, advising him on different levels, the strategy level, the innovation structuring level. And in December 2021, actually, I took a chief operation role as a full-time job. And one of the first mission I had is to establish a strategic diagnosis about the how to reconciliate actually the 3 years of Peculium as a crypto company, and how to move forward actually in the future, and how to reconciliate actually those two visions, and especially how to put this vision into a reality. So imagine the chief operating officer as a captain, with different teams, with one target, to get to the island. But, during the journey, you will face actually different surprises, bad weather. And a captain is someone who is facing actually this turbulence with, confidence. He needs to motivate actually the whole team. He needs actually to find solutions. He needs to bring answers actually to each team members, and define the whole processes to create this magical sauce. One thing I would like to highlight before moving forward, I would like to thank Eric for his energy, for his dedication actually to the Peculium project since the beginning, and for initiating actually this live session with the community. Eric, you have given the impulse to the whole team for this kind of exercise, including me. Your kindness has helped many newcomers to integrate. It is people like you, that makes a work environment enjoyable. And we already miss your discretion, your sense of service, and we will for sure miss your contribution actually to the team. They said that great leaders always make a difference. You made a difference here, and your presence will continue to have an impact on us moving forward. So for those who don't know Eric initially helped us to develop the international markets, but for strategic purposes, we are now more focusing on the European market, so the UK market, the French market, and the Swiss market actually on the front for the short and mid-term, but we are not going actually to forget our US audience and community. They are here from the beginning. We are thinking actually of building, let's say, the foundations actually of how to tackle the US market. And I think that Eric will be invited for sure actually in the future session with regards to international business development and especially the US market. So Eric is still helping us behind the scenes, like many other advisors actually that I would like to thank, by the way. So thank you again, Eric, and see you later. One of the most recurrent questions I am asked, at the beginning of each meeting with customers, team members, contractors, investors, and so on, what is behind this, brand name Peculium in French? Peculium. It sounds Greek, right? And as a poker player, very sensitive to the psychology of people, I used to give, different answer each time to, get this feedback from my audience. But one thing I have noticed is that, the roots and the origins of a project should not be modified or altered at the risk, of distorting the very nature of the project. So why is it seriously? So it is borrowed from the Latin, so peculium. The plural is peculiar, so we can actually say that we are the peculiar community, not the peculian community as I've heard. This is one, thing for the marketing actually. Please take notes. So the concept of peculium applied originally to the money which a father allowed to a son, actually who is still under his authority. But in Roman law, it was most commonly used actually to describe a slave position actually. What does it mean actually? So the institution of peculium, allowed the slave, working capital borrowed from his master. It could be property such as land, buildings, or stock, or it could be a special fund, for private and personal uses. And the very idea that the slaves could control their own property, including their own slaves, implied actually independence of action. And the slave desire to buy his freedom was, the master protection against laziness and shoddy work. And the slaves had, this kind of freedom to work for, and peculium was, a tool slaves could use to purchase their freedom. So freedom is one of our core values and the foundation of our mindset. We are today building an inclusive platform where we are giving back, where actually we are sharing our know-how, and where actually freedom is the key of each action that we are making. So to illustrate this, we firmly believe that alternative investment are at times not accessible, for people looking for reliable avenues of investing, outside conventional financial institutions. And, the minimum investment threshold, the high management fees prohibit, the entry of this new money into the market as individual investor, or what we call retail investor in emerging markets like the crypto has even less options actually, increasing the number of barriers of entry. So Peculium, with this vision of financial freedom being available for everyone and becoming the industry leading, I hope, no effort investment platform, we absolutely aim to solve these issues. Now, let's see Peculium from, I would say, corporate perspective. So we know that the digital asset market is a new, complex, and one of the most difficult investment ecosystem to access, right? Our team at Peculium seek to take the guesswork out of what we call a manager selection, the capital allocation, the portfolio diversification by providing well-curated selection of investment product and digital assets. So we are a fintech. We use technology to build financial tools actually to help our investor and our future investor to grow and manage their money and with no effort from them, and we will highlight how to make it. We are also an investment firm, but technically today, from legal perspective, today we are not still an investment firm, but we aim to. So we specialize in the creation and distribution of in-house and proprietary asset management investment strategy that are, geared toward cryptocurrency and the digital assets. And through our extensive due diligence and research, we select our best strategies that have proven, longevity throughout, volatile market cycles, and while also continuing actually to maintain what we call the highest degree of operational safety pertaining to security, compliance, asset storage, and so on. And because we love complicated things, just kidding, we are also a crypto. I will explain it later. So we are a fintech. We are a financial technology company. We apply new technological advancement actually to products and services in the financial industry. So in this way, we enhance and automate financial services and processes. We believe that technology can handle some things better than people, and combining actually these deep sector, which is blockchain, and technology, like data science, machine learning, and so on, expertise to provide, a new and valuable information for greater transparency actually in this blockchain markets, and we are aiming to make the financial services available to a broader public using the latest technology. So as you can see here in this slide, we are developing internal tools, we are developing web app, mobile app, we are also developing, what we call a data stream pipeline, which is actually very modular today and can be declined into different use cases. We are using the best cutting edge technologies. We are also building on the top of the Web3, actually, which is actually a hot trend today. And we are building, and we hope that we are building more and more financial tools for our community. But we have also this identity of an investment firm. We really assume that today we are an investment firm. Why? Because at Peculium, we advocate for investors of all sizes, with a steadfast focus on lowering costs and reducing all the unnecessary complexity. And we provide our investors actually with democratized investment access, and with our products we create high return investment opportunities that everyone deserves. And the team is composed of many analysts, traders, and we hope future financial advisors. So we use quantitative analysis, we use technical analysis, fundamental analysis. We, merge them with exotic alternative data, and all our blockchain-based investment products are use actually this data approach actually to enhance return and fine-tune all our models. What we are building, I think a lot of you heard about Believe, which is actually one of the first investment strategy that we have, let's say, distributed to the public. We firmly believe that this first product is aimed actually to those person who may not consider actually digital asset as a volatile asset, their ideal choice, who seek passive income, with low price exposure. So we offer this solution with Believe. Actually, users deposit stable coins and will get stable coins actually in return. And we try by this strategy to avoid the high volatility of most of digital asset, and especially the exposure of to these digital assets. So in terms of let's say packaging, we can consider this first strategy as a stablecoin yield optimizer. Believe has produced actually more than 130% of performance this year, which is absolutely great, and we are very proud about what we have done so far, actually. So Believe had succeeded in its performance, with different cycles, with different bear and market cycles. It's working actually, it has worked, in the past in the bear market. So its main approach is to, capture the trend while minimizing the risk. And we will highlight more how we minimize the risk actually in the next slides. So here, as you can see, we compare Believe to the Bitcoin. Believe succeeded in its performance. Actually, I think that we can see it here, 115% as of 30th of November of this year. So it provides investor downside protection during times of market stress. So we have witnessed it more than 6 drawdowns this year, while targeting at maximum 50% exposure actually to those volatile tokens movements at all time. So those who had witnessed actually the drawdown of the Bitcoin in last May, so given actually this Bitcoin dramatic fall during the May of month, and true to its mandate of providing downside protection, our Believe investment product has outperformed actually its Bitcoin benchmark over actually the 3 quarters, so depreciating 29.5% against Bitcoin's 53 tumble. However, while outperformance was achieved, our investment product did unfortunately not meet actually its end objective, which is actually limiting the drawdown in any month to 50%. And this 50% drawdown is one of the key metrics that we are monitoring, because we want this investment strategy accessible to the broader public, and generally the the mainstream public can't handle actually this kind of drawdowns. So we estimate that having a 50% of maximum drawdown or volatility, not exceeding 20% of their portfolio, could be actually this product that is fitting, answer to search for the household saving product powered by digital assets. And when you look at the table and especially in the Sharpe ratio, we believe actually Sharpe ratio is better than Bitcoin's ones. So now it's getting more technical. I think I have to explain what is the Sharpe ratio. The Sharpe ratio is the measure of risk-adjusted return of a financial portfolio. And Sharpe ratio is this measure of excess, portfolio return over the what we call the risk-free rate relative to, its standard deviation. So a portfolio, to sum up, actually, a portfolio with a higher Sharpe ratio is considered superior to relative actually to its peer. In our case, actually, our Sharpe ratio is 0.44, and it outperformed actually the Bitcoin Sharpe ratio, which is 0.33. So we are continuing on reducing more risk and volatility to this strategy, as I said, to fit the mainstream investor in terms of risk. As I said, we love complicated things. So we are a fintech. We are also an investment firm, but we added a token actually to our business model because we believe that this is the fairest model actually, and as a PCL token act as an indirect revenue sharing mechanism. So many of the most lucrative investment opportunities are only accessible for financial institutions and high net individuals, right? Which further expands the wealth gap across, the different communities of the world. And unfortunately, the lion's share of this world population, do not have access to, those sophisticated structured products. These top, financial advisors, those traders, other investment opportunities like private equity, hedge funds, and so on. And Peculium is what we call internally a financial and economic equalizer that is powered by our PCL token, the cornerstone and the fuel of our ecosystem. And our purpose and our mindset actually is, to reduce this inequality across the world's, traditional financial system by allowing anybody, no matter how much capital they hold, no matter how much knowledge they have in terms of finance, in terms of crypto, to have access actually to these best investment opportunities. So here I'm getting back actually to this triple identity. Why? But because for us, actually, this is not just a race for us, but a marathon over time. And we are really convinced that with such a positioning, this three-dimension fintech, crypto, and investment firm, we will arrive actually at the finish line with undeniable advantage over our competitors, because with this unique positioning, we can be proud actually today to help our investor along what we call the entire investment value chain, or the entire process, because Peculium eliminates the guesswork and friction of crypto investing. We do this by bringing extensively researched top digital asset opportunities to you, and digitally enabling the entire process from research to discovery to investing to post-investing and reporting and transacting. This is actually really important because this is our unique positioning. We help you actually at different stages. So with our own investment strategies, with our own technical stack, fintech stack, and with our own economy, we are convinced that, we will actually succeed. And this is our, value proposition. For me, actually, PCL or Peculium is not just a new business. Peculium is a new business model for money. And I firmly believe that, by giving you ownership of the PCL, we can, change the statu quo. We can change together actually the wealth management industry, the private banking industry, and the finance industry. And I've learned from experience and from crypto in general that giving to the community is one of the key of the successes, and co-building together, with the community could be actually, one of the pillar actually to the next new economies. So no more conflict. All what we have achieved so far is community-centric, customer-centric, customer-grown, and so on and so on. I have learned actually from my experience that one of the first capital of a startup is, the human capital, so the team, aka the team. So I'm very proud today that we have a fast-growing team. We have 16 talent today, former investment bankers, consultant, blockchains, specialists, data scientists, marketer, growth specialist, fintech specialist, and we are a young team. We have a 30-year average year old, and I'm very proud today that we represent more than 10 nationalities. Diversity is one of our core values. And what I am more proud that within this team, we have, 40% of ladies, and we are very proud today to bring more women into this industry as insider, and we are hoping to bring more women as customer, as investor also, and we are actually working on this actually to embark, this female community into this industry. I have learned from my Peculium experience and from crypto in general that the second startup capital for new businesses is the community. While traditional businesses operate a linear process with complete control of the value chain end to end, platform like Airbnb, Facebook create value by attracting, matching, and connecting diverse group of customers to enable them actually to transact, right? But we are shifting today from these platform businesses to network businesses that operate not a different business model, but they enables those businesses to scale much more rapidly by creating what we call the network effects. And one of the first proven effect is of course Bitcoin. So here at Peculium, we value ownership because our investors are our owners. There are no conflicting loyalties getting in the way of focusing on your interests. We also act with conviction on the investment themes that are important to you, that are important to us also. We can also focus on the long term rather than the quarterly results, because we have to report to shareholders, and because our investors are our owners, it enables us to consistently pass along economies of scale and lower the cost, of investments, so you keep more on your returns. So PCL is for anyone who knows that money needs change, not just how you save or you spend, but what your financial needs actually are within, a unified community. And change start by giving you ownership of PCL, and that makes us, in a position to show actually this selfish industry, financial industry, how powerful people can be in a community and register, for an equal sharing up to 100% of peculium wealth creation, actually. But we have the community, but also we have a super community. So, those one who are more engaged, the one who consider, Peculium as their baby, uh, people who are volunteers, who are here to help, every day, at night, at it to fulfill, the full vision of the project. So our angels are actually our super community, and I would like actually to thank them, because they are doing a great job. So what they are doing, they are helping us in different ways, actually, by uh, employing, their skills to shape the future of wealth management. They are doing, videos. They are helping us in establishing, or updating the competition watch. They are spotting, every direct or indirect competitors. They are helping us in updating our website, our tools, internal tools. They are even, security attacks. They are doing really a great job of community management as administrators. And they are, doing tutorials, social media posts, helping us also, or our marketing team with blogs, articles, review, and so on. But the big question, what do they have in return, right? They are PCL holders also, but they have the exclusive access to the Peculium team, of course. So they are very close to us. They have the latest news. They have the latest promotions, latest features. Some are testing, our new features, our mobile app, upcoming mobile app. But on top of this, they earn rewards also in PCL for contributing to the Peculium ecosystem. So today, I would like to announce that we have officially launched actually our Peculium Angels to, the whole community who are interested actually in this program. So 3 simple conditions: you should hold PCL, you should have a passion for Peculium, and you are willing actually to contribute to the Peculium ecosystem and have a skill that fits our needs today. And those needs actually I'm going to present you, because we have priority mission that we are going to be set up actually in the next weeks. And we have set up actually a prize pool of, 500,000 PCL for these missions. Let's go and see what are actually those priority missions. So it will be mainly on social media, of course, content marketing, influencer, they're testing the mobile app and other features, and more and more and more. So you can actually go to the Peculium Angels page. You have to fill a form, and we think the committee actually could accept or not your application, and you are more than welcome to join us actually to build together, to have more hands to fulfill our full our vision. Now let's go to the tough stuff, right? SAIXVE, we have presented SAIXVE actually last December as the application or the web app that distribute the belief strategy. Okay, it is a support to distribute this belief strategy. And believe it's a way actually to diversify your exposure to digital assets, and it is considered as an automated active investment strategy. What does it mean? It means that its aim is, to beat the market because it's an active investment strategy while reducing the risk. And beating the market, it's not only about, having more returns or better returns. It's all about, how to, bring sustainable returns while, minimizing the risk and the volatility of the portfolio. So we have pushed actually this first active investment strategy. We have a different actually active investment strategy that we are testing them internally, but this is just the beginning. Let's move actually to the second slide, and I won't actually be I will be short actually, but what you notice here is that we are still in the beginning, in the blue box, and we are building actually this stable coin yield optimizer. So we have chosen the USDT as the first underlying asset or stable coin for this strategy, but we can actually decline it to BUSD, UST, USDC, and so on. I think that you will have more and more updates about this. But about this full vision, because we consider also passive investment strategies. So we call them the safe baskets. Investment strategy are meant to only replicate the trend or the performance of digital assets. So we are thinking about structuring a product and baskets around thematic, around categories, around let's say industries actually, and by pushing index also, and some of ESG investing. But I'm not going today to talk about each segment, and as you see, we have our full roadmap planned today. We are here to tackle different segment of markets. We are tackling the traders by giving them more valuable information signals. We are hoping actually tomorrow to consider digital assets as a core asset to project his finance, actually to plan it for the future. And we are of course hoping to bridge CFI, GFI, and the traditional finance and crypto. And what you have to notice here is that our positioning is to bring institutional grade investment product to the retail investors. So we are here actually between the institutional segment and the wealth management segment. So I'm talking about the future, and this is one of the most requested actually things from our community. They ask it actually about our roadmap. So we are sharing starting from the next week actually our product roadmap to bring more transparency about what we have done so far, about what is actually what we are cooking, and what is actually under consideration, what is already planned. So you can access to our portal starting from the next week to have actually this, let's say, real-time product roadmap product to bring you more transparency and to bring you more accessibility actually to our product pipeline. But we wanted to go far away than the transparency. We needed to be interactive with our community, so you can rate each project. You can actually submit your ideas and we can collect them. And I think the tech team here has chosen a lot of your ideas actually to bring them into the reality. So it will be actually one tool for our community to interact with us, with ideas, with their feedbacks, so we can gather them and we can build together actually. So I think the marketing team will announce actually the next week the release of this page. It will be actually on our peculium.io website, and we appreciate actually your future feedbacks about all the plans. Now we'll go to tougher steps actually. As you know, our PCL ERC20 token was listed on the Bitmart exchange by their team back in April 2020. Since then, we have worked, hands in hand with the Bitmart team. They were doing a great job, but they on Thursday, 4th of December night, we have noticed an abnormal transaction, coming from Bitmart, where 93 million PCL tokens were withdrawn to the Ethereum blockchain, and Bitmart contacted us actually to tell us that was a security and confirm the security breach, and asked if we could assist them actually in blacklisting the hacker's wallet. But they alerted us, that they would be contacting, other exchanges to recover tokens, and that, Bitmart would cover all losses of, of their users and actually our users also. And we have decided to create a plan with them to resolve the issue. So they asked us first to if a contract migration was possible, and we were able actually to share our all action plans that had been put together. Before taking this decision of migration, we assessed different risks, and we decided to issue a second version of PCL because, the risk of the hacker funds being moved is still there, right? The hacker is still holding actually the 93 million tokens in the Ethereum blockchain. And Peculium, did not have the ability to blacklist, the address of the hacker because our token, does not have a blacklist option. So even if the wallet has been identified, by many security experts and other, industry aggregator like Etherscan or Certic and so on as a hacked wallet, any additional movement from the wallet, can be possible, and we had to, monitor it, and it wasn't a viable solution actually, to protect 100% of our all stakeholders. And there is also still a risk that the hacker tries to sell his wallet to someone else for a discounted rate and so on. So we wanted to eliminate this risk. So that's why actually we took a radical solution to issue a new version of our token. What we have learned as an industry, we need to encourage exchanges to publish more accurate information on their cold storage solution, as well as their emergency plan for how they will move forward in the event of a hack. And Peculium have learned some lessons here. We will only partner with companies that commit to publicly displaying their contract and token audits to the world, for the safety of our users. And we, from our side, we commit, to using best-in-class, security processes internally for, password, for private key protection, and expect that our partners do, the same, so that these incidents, do not impact actually the end users. So, as an insider in the crypto space, so every project here has the responsibility to make sure that we are building together our ecosystem in a sustainable manner, and we really thank actually our community for their understanding. They were very comprehensive, about all the changes that have been done lately. So this web, so we have migrated from Ethereum to the Binance Smart Chain. We had first to flash the image before the hack, okay, so we can protect, and have this image in instant T. And then one of the first questions that we had is how to not involve actually, our customers and our stakeholders to pay more and more fees actually, due to this migration. So we could swap the token from an old Ethereum contract to a new Ethereum contract, but we have estimated that, an average of $15 of transaction fees for every customers, and it wasn't a viable solution for them. But when we established the whole plan, that wasn't only the main reasons. We have been studying the Binance Smart Chain for like 1 year now, and we are witnessing, their proven, model of low fees and faster, cheaper transactions. It was also a natural step for us to, after the Binance Broker program, and, we have joined this program back in April of this year, and we are noticing, especially, recently the fast-growing community within actually the BSC. So, and today we are very proud to be part of this, BSC community, and we are willing actually to build more use cases for the token, more partnerships, and so on. I think that we will have actually some updates in the next weeks. When considering actually this swap, we also had a reverse split. We reduced actually the supply by a factor of 10. So why doing this? Why all complicated things again? No, we firmly believe that 10 old PCL equal 1 new PCL today, and by reducing the supply, we boost the token price. So we have reduced the number of outstanding, tokens. It was like 2.13 billion in the market, and having millions of tokens outstanding is more favorable, as it shows, more scarcity of the overall supply, and also fractional cent tokens. Our price were valued at $0.007 are often seen, as similar to the penny stocks and are not taken seriously. So the third reason is, with the upcoming, let's say, with the upcoming roadmap, with the upcoming economic model, with the upcoming of the ambitions roadmap, it is one of the key factors that can optimize our position, and this can draw more attention actually from big investors, from analysts and influential investors, and there is a huge psychological advantage of having PCL trading today at 0.007 dollar rather than 0.007. So higher priced tokens attract more attention from the market analyst, and a favorable view from analysts is an excellent marketing for our company and for our PCL token. So how about the next step? Here, as you see, for those who have the old PCL tokens in the external wallet like MetaMask, MyEthereum wallet, and Ledger, we encourage them actually to switch the network to the BSC, and it is actually an automatic swap. Here we can see here that we have done some tutorials in our help center to help each of the holders to do the manipulation. What we have noticed is that Ledger Live actually support, despite the fact that they support the BEP 20 tokens, the Ledger Live application doesn't display actually the BEP tokens. So we encourage our community to go through MetaMask and connect their ledger to this MetaMask, and thus they can actually have their PCL displayed in their MetaMask. And and how about the centralized exchanges like Bitmart and Hotbit Exchange? We are in discussion with Bitmart. They assured that there will be actually an automatic swap as Hotbit. And we are actually expecting, actually the PCL trading resumption actually on next Monday. We are still in the next in the last phase actually of negotiation, and of course we are talking about how to resume the PCL, and we are trying to get it at this price. So we are setting up all the foundation in terms of market making, and in order to have this kind of resistance of $0.007 dollar. So we will inform you, I think, in the next days during the weekend, since we have an official position from Bitmart. Hotbit, I think that we are in discussion with them. I think that we haven't yet an exact date of the resumption of the trading. I think that the team can answer to this question if we had actually the latest update actually this day. How about IDEX? So for those who don't know IDEX, IDEX actually has shifted from a centralized exchange to a decentralized exchange, but in their second version. When we have studied the infrastructure, we have noticed that they rely on the Polygon network. So we are actually considering how to bridge to the Polygon network, so people who has actually some PCL there can get back their PCL. We are working on it. We have dedicated a task force only for it, and we hope that it will be in the next days. Now I want to talk about the word of mouth, marketing, which is actually a concept that everyone knows. But I would like to talk more about how we consider word of mouth strategy as one of the key pillars of our marketing. So when designing the tokenomics of the PCL, critical insight from game theory have been practically applied, in order to support the token's long-term value proposition for our holders, and especially aligning, the investors' incentives, with those of Peculium. And one of the key factors that are the encouragement of inflows into the Peculium investment products, supporting actually the fee revenues, so what we call the asset under management, and coupled with the disinflationary supply schedule, with the burning mechanism that rewards actually all our holders by creating more scarcity. And this encouragement is achieved by the fact that PCL holders benefit directly from the growth of Peculium fee revenue, and this is expected. Sorry, this is my Siri, and it is expected to support this word of mouth marketing, and additional investment from our loyal and active community. So what we have to understand here is that the token allows for speculation on the long-term future success of Peculium. It is designed this way, and if it is believed that the growth of Peculium fee revenue will outpace the PCL, sorry, disinflationary schedule and reduced supply. So the long-term value proposition of holding the token is strong. Sorry, as it implies actually a declining token supply. So, but word of mouth is not a new concept. So people have always talked about their experience, their emotions, their needs, and their products also, and services and brands. And nowadays we blend online, offline, and products and preferences, and we keep developing marketing technologies that would have been unimaginable to our ancient ancestors. But when it comes to our natural preference for word of mouth communication, we really haven't changed that much, actually. So word of mouth marketing has influenced purchasing decision, how we share stories, how we embed our collective meaning together, and how we unite over new information in the marketplace, and so on and so on. But one thing that word of mouth occurs everywhere people get together, at the local club, at home, in the sports club, and increasing online and on social media and so on. But in practice, most marketers here talk about today viral marketing, influencer marketing, and referrals program when thinking about word of mouth marketing. And they see communities, people like you and me, influencers, loyal customers, social network user, as these extensions of their sales and marketing force. However, this would not be the main focus. This is important, actually, because the key elements of this successful word of mouth marketing are about value, are about relevance, are about excellent customer services, are about the content, how we generate the right content to the right audience, and the different stories and the narrative all about this. So listening to stories is just as important as having them shared. This is really important. And word of mouth marketing requires a customer centric mindset of sharing and focusing on what is valuable for the people and networks we hope actually to involve. And it's certainly not about paying people to get the word out, nor about simply joining the conversation. It's all about the perceived and real value, both for our business and our customer and prospect. And we firmly believe that the design of our whole tokenomics is made to encourage this word of mouth strategy. So for this reason, actually, we have established one of the core, let's say, pillar of our of our word of mouth strategy, which is actually the referral program. So today, actually, we officially announced that we are setting up, starting from the next week, our most weighted referral program. So how does it work? So you will have link. You share your link, with your friends. You have them sign up, through it. Once your friend register, they should pass their know your customer verification. They confirm their identity. They top up the PCL balance. With a minimum of $50. They topped up their Believe account, and you should remind them, to keep actually these 1K USDT actually at least 30 days in their Believe account, and then after 30 days, both of you actually earn $50 in PCL. This is simple, and we really encourage actually our most loyal customer today to bring more people actually in our community, and let's co-build together actually to fulfill this word of mouth strategy marketing. So I think the marketing team will get back to you with more details about the referral program, with a dedicated page and all the terms of condition and so on. So yeah, we very much appreciate your contribution, to this step, and we firmly believe in you as the early adopters to spread the word, because you are convinced actually of the value proposition and all the benefits that that can be made to your friends actually. Here is the word of mouth flywheel. I will let you get some moment, but here in the center, we answered actually the referral program. So the new user, he buys PCL, he actually aims to have the status goal to benefit from cashback of fees from the investment products. Then he will contribute actually to the burning mechanism, all the burning mechanism. We each dollar that we are creating, 25% of each dollar is burned forever. So it will actually thus increase the scarcity. Then if you are a holder and you are a believer, then you are participating in increasing this scarcity and reducing the selling pressure, and so on and so on and so on. And then when you bring actually a friend, you will get more PCL to go to the next level if you're not a gold, and so on and so on. This is actually the flywheel actually of the word of mouth, and this is actually the main benefit actually for our community. As you know, today, I think 4 years back, we have launched our ICO on the 17th December. So today, I'm very proud, that Peculium has 4 years old, and this is a big achievement for us because 90% of startups don't survive the 3 years, 4 years. So we're very happy to be still here today, and we are working hard to fulfill our full vision that I have mentioned before. And for this date, actually, we have unlocked 30 million of liquidity incentive program actually to encourage more innovation, further adoption. We are launching actually this new BSC liquidity incentive program that will help the project achieve sustainable end user growth. So this program will be one of the most monumental chapter in our history, because Peculium will be on DEXs. Peculium, as it is one of the largest incentive programs, in the wealth management industry, in our segment, actually. So more info will to come once we fine tune everything. Once we actually, we establish all the initial liquidity. So yeah, stay tuned actually in our social media. And if you have some question, you can get back to me on one-to-one actually call, I can highlight actually what our main needs for the next weeks, and how actually can we work together to bring this into a reality. So we will be on DEXs. As I said, we will allow actually 50% of our token allocation actually to these liquidity programs. We will establish staking programs, liquidity mining programs. I think it will be actually the major topic for the next AMA. And to finish, as you have noticed, we have shifted to BSC, but it will be actually one step of a multi-chain approach of the PCL. So we are going back for sure to Ethereum, actually, because we firmly believe in Ethereum 2.0, and we are considering also, the layer twos like Polygon. We are validating actually, the move to Avalanche, and we are going to set up a Peculium bridge actually for these multi-chain transactions. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. I think the team is working very hard on it, and PCL, we firmly believe that the future of blockchain and the crypto is multi-chain, so does actually the PCL. I think I've finished now. Thank you for your attention. Now it's time for questions. I'm sorry, actually, it was a long AMA today. We have so many things to share with you today. So I see different happy birthday. Thank you, guys. Let's move to the comments and the questions. Thank you, John T. Yes, it's all started, with the community. So it's very much I very much appreciate actually your long-term support. Is it 500K new PCL? No, actually, it is actually among the token supply, we allocate 50% of the total supply to the whole liquidity programs and the whole, the program in the DEXs. And for the Peculium Angel program, we are dedicating actually 500,000 actually to reward those who are interested in participating in our mission. So it will be a dedicated, we call push in French, to the Peculium Angels. Thank you, Cryptonaut. I will check actually my GM later. PancakeSwap, yes, actually it is one of the major DEXs in the BSC networks. So yeah, absolutely, we are going there. When Binance, the $1 million question. As you have noticed, back in April, we have done the first step to join the Binance Broker program. We are actually building, partnerships on different steps. Now we are moving to, the Binance Smart Chain. We are expecting actually to build more use cases, within this Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. And of course, we are in contact not only with Binance, but the partners of Binance to develop more and more utilities to their BNB token, their BUSD token. So we are building it slowly but surely. Once we get all the synergies to get listed in Binance, and it is one of our major targets. So how many people already use SAIXVE? I don't have the exact number. I think the tech team can answer to this question, but from the latest metrics, I think that we are around 500 daily active users, and we have more than 27K subscribers. How much AUM is SAIXVE currently managing? The total amount of all users. So I answered to the total amount. Again, I don't have the exact numbers, but I think the tech team in the next AMA will highlight more, about these metrics. Have you set a date for the release of the mobile application? I think it was the meeting of the whole team today. I couldn't join actually this meeting. I think that they set a release date. Actually, today we are in a phase of testing with the Peculium Angels. They are testing actually, the design, the responsiveness, the all the functionalities, all the features. We are actually on a testing phase, but I think that the mobile app will be a reality very soon. I don't have the exact date, but I think that we will communicate about it. We'll communicate about this date later. So when the application will be released for everybody? Actually, the web app is already live since July. It is on SAIXVE, SAIEVE.io. So it is the web app, so you can use it for now, and the mobile app actually will be released very soon. We will wait for one or two questions. Okay, no more question, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that we bring to you more transparency about all what we are doing. We love complicating things because we firmly believe that it's the right way for us actually to have this competitive advantage at the end. We are working very hard today to have this this full vision into reality. I will answer actually to the last question. And will you make advertising on YouTube? Did you already contact some YouTuber? Yes. As I said, influencer marketing is only a part of, the word of mouth strategy, and we are encouraging organic growth from our early adopters through the referral program. And we really rely on it because you guys are the first customers and you are the first relay. But we have talked, with, I don't know, 100, I don't know, YouTubers, Twitter influencers, from different categories, from different origins, and so on and so on. We have all the prices. We know the most influencer one. We are setting some contract with the one that who share the same values as us. So yeah, actually, absolutely, we are taking the leverage of the YouTubers. We are also considering advertising. So the advertising is a bit tricky actually, because when you pay, when you consider paid marketing, it should be done in a complementary way to all the other levels of marketing. So yes, we are considering advertising, but in a timely manner when we are building the foundation of the word of mouth strategy, and the advertising is only here to boost the marketing so we can get more and more exposure. Okay, thanks everyone. I hope that you appreciated this AMA. I think that I will do the next one in 2 weeks. No, actually, I don't have the date. Maybe in the next, it will be actually 2 weeks. It will be the end, maybe in January. I'll let you post it. Thank you so much. Yeah, please, if you have other question, yeah, go directly to to the team, or if you have any other question, you can contact our support team through the help center, or or just write an email and support@peculium.io. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Bravo tout le monde. Salut.